Dun, 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 dun. What's happening, RB? In the building. Hey, I just seen I was just taking a look at dang, I forgot his name already. But I seen you in the chat. He had did the Ring of Honor show the other night. And that live had just popped up in my feed, so I was watching it, and I happened to, I like to go into the chat and see what the people are saying. And lo and behold, look who I see there at the top of the chat. I said, the Hill Syndicate Zone. Nah, it wasn't him. It was something in the mix. Something in the mix. You're in the mix, or yeah, I know it's something in the mix. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, I'll be back to, as far as wrestling goes, I'll be back to my regular schedule program. Like next week. So that's why I haven't been like watching the pay-per-views and stuff. So I've been getting ready for this move. What's up, cuz? But after next week, I'll be back. I'll be back in rhythm again, like Janet Jackson. Revelation. Oh, I'm still gonna be in SAC. Yeah, I'm still gonna be in SAC. Yo, crew, B1, what's going on? Welcome. Hey, that's first time. First time you done slid through here. What's up, sis? See, what you doing? You moving? Nah. I'm moving to the other side of SAC. I'm gonna be more like in South Sac. Where all the blackness is at anyways, you feel me? You already know. But yeah, I'm gonna be over there in South Sac, you know what I'm saying? So I actually prefer, when it comes to Sacramento, I actually prefer South Sacramento, because that's where all the blackness is at. That's where you get all the black festivals and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They got the black market over there where you can go and buy, you know what I'm saying, accessories. You can buy books, clothes. They be having free concerts over there. Should be dope. See, I didn't know you had a channel, bro. Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, this whole time you didn't. Yeah, I'll be over here. I got kind of a mixture over here. I talk sports. You know, of course, politics. You know what I'm saying? But everything's on the black perspective though. You know what I'm saying? I do have a diverse audience. You know, but I keep everything in the black perspective. You know. I don't do all that. I don't do all that kissing and sucking up. Not by there. I'm gonna be on the other side of the South. See, if you don't mind, can you elaborate? What's that? RB? Oh, I already said. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, as it should be. We can't wait till you come in. Oh yeah, I just everything's been wild the last few months and everything. So now this will give me a chance to finally be able to just like take a deep breath, get everything that I need to get in order. But I'm definitely coming back out there. Oh, I might be a time only for. Oh, yeah, it's all good, But yeah, I'll be over here. I do music streams, you know what I'm saying, all that. As a matter of fact, I'm dealing with a racist issue right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be shoot. Hey, crew. Hey, Jesse and Sis will tell you. I go ham on motherfuckers. I'll be going ham on motherfuckers over here. You know what I'm saying? And I tell everybody, come in, be respectful, but you want to go on that line and you want to try to, I go there. I go there. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold hands and I don't kick cans and I can give two fucks about feelings. You know. Feelings can't pay the rent or speak the truth. B1, yeah, salute. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, man. Sure, that's shit. That's one of my teachers right there. You know what I'm saying? That's shit. I was telling my bro in real life how we get down. We was telling old war stories. Oh yeah, hey crew, Hey, definitely be some stories over here. I've told my share of stories, and and then some people come in here and then they be trying to, do what they do, and shit. Motherfucker, I will kick your teeth down your fucking throat. I will American history X your ass right there on the curb. That's the type of shit that be coming out of my mouth. Because one thing, I ain't gonna tolerate disrespect, and you already know I ain't tolerating no fucking racism. Coming here with that racist shit, and yeah. I let a motherfucker know in a heartbeat, and this is the thing too, and this is why I appreciate my audience, because I told all of them, we all come from different backgrounds and all this and all that, but y'all over here, this is something you guys are going to need to understand. I come from the Black Power community. That's where I come from. You know what I'm saying? I'm not part of that community no more, but that's part of my lineage. Literally. Bloodline. Bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Bloodline lineage of the Black Power movement. You know what I'm saying? I come from that. I was birthed from that. So the militant spirit has always been in me from day one. From day one. Even when I was out there gangbanging and everything, all the homies be like, hey, Jay, you know, your ass be acting hella militant and that. I'm like, yeah, shit. You should be militant too. You a low grade. Shit. We come from that. Get the fuck out of my face. You know, and I told him, hey, if it's something you can't get down with, there goes the door. But if you stay around and you know what I'm saying? Like everybody talk about this is what America should be. This is how America should be. No, you come to my channel and this is what America really should be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that comes to my channel, we're not all friends. We're not all buddies. You know what I'm saying? But they come here. They enjoy the content that I put out. You know, I don't sugarcoat nothing. And I'm not afraid to call a cracker. You know? And they can respect that in me. Because I don't come off like this. You know how you get some of these YouTubers that be coming on here and they be all, yeah, I'm black this and I'm black that and I'm biggity black. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a scene from CB4, right? And then you look at it and you just be like, what the fuck is this shit? Like there's no authenticity to what they do, to what they speak about. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that nobody can say about me. I'm 100% all the way. And that's why a whole lot of them YouTubers are mad at me. You know what I'm saying? YouTube itself. What y'all talking about? Muhammad, what's going on with you? Oh, let's see. We'll go through these comments. Like the Book Foundation, I am the mule. I will make them fight themselves. Yep. You already know, community, revolution in progress as always. He is a unique mutant with the incredible power to brainwash people through manipulation of their emotions, making them into, exactly. This is what FBA does. We are the mule. You already know. You know what I'm saying? Kali is my all-time favorite. Yep, Bloodline is the most important. I married into, however, been on my shit since I went into the system, young and 13 years old. I came to see you. Yep, chitty chitty bang bang. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I seen Kali. This was like around, because when I seen Khaled, now follow me. The first time I seen Khaled, he was still in the nation. This is when he did the Donahue show. I didn't know anything about Khaled before that, right? So, but I watched Donahue a lot because Donahue will always have a lot of, he had the Louis Farrakhan's. A lot of the topics would be about race and all that. So I would be tuned in, right? And so I happened to I seen he was on, and so I clicked on it, and I seen Khaled was on there, right? So I'm like, oh, who is this? So I'm listening. I could tell, because when I turned it on, the program had already started. So I'm like, okay, they on some black shit. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, okay. This is what I can get down with. This is what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Now, the next time I seen Khaled was after he had got basically booted out of the nation, and he went into revising the Black Panther Party, And that's when I seen him again. I'm like, yep, you know. And it's just like from that day forward, you know, mixed in with some Malcolm, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, before I knew Khaled, it was Malcolm. But I'm gonna be honest though. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm didn't have that spirit like Khaled had. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with y'all. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Malcolm didn't have that spirit all the way like Khaled did. You know what I'm saying? Because if he did, Malcolm would have been moving a whole lot different. You know what I'm saying? He would have been moving a whole lot different than what he was. Not saying he would have still, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he would have not still been assassinated. But they would have been thinking twice about how they was going to do it. You know? And they learned from Malcolm. Because they didn't do no shooting on Khaled. Nah, they just doused this fool with some shit. Rest is history. But our manipulation is righteous and truthful, not based on falsehoods. Truth is our manipulation on everything. I love being militant and black nationalist friend when you can tell a cracker where to move around. Me and Jesse love doing what we do, and that's giving them work. I love Phil Donahue. Yeah, Donahue, man, he was one of them rare shows that would actually, you know, give us the platform to talk our shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't sugar-coated, you know? Because, I mean, Donahue had everybody. He had what, Farrakhan, he had Sister Soldier on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. Shout out to Sister Soldier, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Love my West Coast sister. Always have. I just, you know what I'm saying? I hate the fact that they did what they did to her, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of black girls missed out on Sister Soldier. If you came after 95, 96, you missed out on Sister Soldier. That's because Khaled was 100% FBA. Malcolm was 50% FBA. That is true. That is true. That is very true. You know. And I don't want nobody out there think, oh, he's hating on Malcolm. He out there. I'm not hating on Malcolm, but that was the truth. You know? Malcolm took that pilgrimage and came back soft. Khaled took the pilgrimage and came back harder. So, I you know what I'm saying? These are just facts. You know what I'm not hating on Malcolm. I love Malcolm. You know? Malcolm is the reason why I initially went at the Nation of Islam. Why I went at Louis Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm is the reason. Not for myself, but not even so much for the people, but for Malcolm. Because his own damn family won't even stick up and fight for justice. So it gotta be people like me, people like y'all, that got these platforms and that we can speak on this shit and put it out there. That's what the initial cause was. But once I got rolling, then it became bigger than that. Because now I'm digging into all these dirty shit that the Nation of Islam been hiding, and I ain't even talking about that nasty shit that what's his face was doing, impregnating all them teenage girls back then. I ain't talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've literally, you know. And Jesse can attest to this, crew. I literally had both sides. I had the nation and I had the fruits. Both contact me and tell me that I need to stop talking about the minister like that or otherwise. And I told them motherfuckers, you can kiss my ass. Because you guys are sitting up there going on some falsehood about this motherfucker. Okay? Y'all out here talking all this black shit, but y'all over here, he out here teaching y'all fucking Scientology. He out here talking about the white man is this, the white man is that. Meanwhile, he's sitting here kissing the white man that wears a skirt. The man admitted on national TV he had a part to play in Malcolm X's death. And then people just sit around and just act like, oh, well, you know, like he didn't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? And his own family pisses me off about that shit because it's like, he said the shit in front of one of his daughters. And she sat there and accepted that shit. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. Nope, we're not doing that. We is not accepting that shit. So I don't give a damn how old Louis Farrakhan is. I don't. Because at the end of the day, when Farrakhan is gone, they're going to put somebody else in there. And they're going to keep carrying on with the same old bullshit. You know? Because they're not even going on Elijah's message. It's two sets of Nation of Islam, which is crazy. She was the truth. Ah, beautiful sister, beautiful sister. Yo, Mike, what's happening? Wasn't Malcolm starting to lean towards Martin? He, you know what? And I pointed this out. They kind of did a reversal. Because Malcolm started to go with this nonviolent approach. But Dr. King was starting to go in a more of a, oh, I will fuck you up approach. Cause Martin had weaponry. He had weaponry. You know what I'm saying? So that old non-violent goody smiley, man, y'all better stop that. because Dr. King wasn't all yeah. Well, one of our greats, I think Malcolm wanted to make it plausible for the whites in the nation. Yeah, I think that diluted his message overall. Yeah. Get down or lay down. Malcolm Mama was from Grenada. Oh. Kiss that ass, right? I know, but he wasn't raised by his mom. He was raised by his FBA aunt, his FBA's dad, sister. I got to go. Oh, yeah, I am. I definitely am. Wesley Muhammad is up next. Oh, he's up next? Oh, God. Wesley is up next? For real? Oh, God. All right. I'm going to, yeah. Yeah, Martin was always strapped. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because all these years, I never tripped off of that until like a few years back where I was like, you know what? They did kind of do a role reversal. which is crazy as hell because it's like, damn. Both of y'all ideas actually work. Because everything doesn't have to be violence. You know what I'm saying? But everything doesn't have to be non-violent either. You know what I'm saying? You still have to use your dome. You still have to come up with ideas and policies that is going to help out. And if all we're doing is fighting and beating each other up, we're never going to get anything done. So both sides could have worked, but like with everything else, ego always gets in the way. Bro, I never saw or heard about racism until I moved to Texas, and that was in 2005. My best friend, Kawande, am I saying that right? Kawande, Kawanda. Is the E pronounced A or I? I don't like messing up people's names. I hate doing that. You know, man, because my last name people have been jacking up for years. Told me when I moved, it's going to be the out there. Oh yeah, shit. Anywhere in the South is completely different from California. You know, even though we still deal with ours, we deal with our racism differently. You know, they just flat out bold face. They just put that shit in your face. Like, you know, California a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? More political in a sense, systematic. Malcolm was for self-defense, but the NOI is unarmed. Martin was for nonviolent protests, but he was always trying. They literally did. I'm telling you, that was some crazy ass times that they literally was. Oh man, yeah. Oh man. Oh, you was yeah, out there in Dago. Quinda. Oh, okay. Quinda. Okay. Yeah, because, you know, some names I'm pretty good with, and the other names I'm kind of like, okay, is it hyphenated? Is one of them letters silent? Let's see here. Yeah, there you go, yeah. Yeah, because even like, you know what I'm saying, up north, you know, because like before, like, unless you grew up in them cities like Oakland, San Francisco, you know, or like even like the small towns where I grew up in, especially the small towns I grew up in. You know what? You would probably find where I grew up in more like the South than anywhere else in California if you didn't grow up in them small cities or small towns. Because it was a predominantly white town I grew up in. It wasn't a whole lot of black folks. It wasn't a whole lot of Mexicans. You know, then everybody else was at like a 1.5% of population. Oh, now, okay. Quinn, yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that tonight. I'm gonna have to work on that tonight. I know I can say it. I think I'm just tired. I think that's what it is because I've been packing and throwing stuff out all day. I've been busy all day. Love Russia. You love Russia? What that? Are you asking, am I in Brazil? What the hell? Huh? Well, this is not a Russian page. Yeah. So do Brazil. Huh? Okay, I know I ain't gonna pronounce that first part. So I'm just gonna go Lucas. Like Wendy's with the KY in front. Ah, okay. I'm trying to figure out what this person here talking about. You talking about Russia, then you go to Brazil, and I ain't nowhere in my circumference, nowhere in anybody's circumference. Is that where you from? Are you representing where you from? Yeah, nah, he did nail it. He got it. He beat me to it. You what's up, bro? SV. What the SV stand for? Okay, man, you gonna have to hit that translator and speak some English, cause I have no idea what you're talking about. Not. Okay, I don't know. Not what? You can't use the Google Translator? French ain't too bad of a language to learn. It's actually kind of easy. Thanks. Because I feel like there's some disrespect going on in there. You're smoking some weed. Oh, is that what you saying? Well, I definitely am doing that. You know what? I forgot my love. I speak a little French. Yeah, I timed him out. Trolling, even if he wasn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know why. French is always just. It just gravitated to me when I was younger. Self-taught. But then when I got older and everything, I kind of drifted away from it. So I gotta sharpen up my skills again. Cause somebody asked me, "How am I doing?" I tell them how am I doing, then I ask them, "Comment allez-vous?" They gonna be like, "Huh?" I said, "Comment allez-vous?" What does that mean? How are you doing? Yeah, because it's hard to find somebody to practice with because now I don't know too many people in America that really mess with that language outside of Louisiana because they was forced to. Well, you definitely gave me a new way to pronounce his name. Man, you see they came and tied that shit up and fucked around. I said, okay. game winning drive right here. When they kicked that field goal, I was like, oh yeah. They got a lot of work to do with the red shirt freshman. Now they do. No, it's definitely facts. Crew. What the what? Crew coming in here bilingual and shit. Crew coming here bilingual. Yo, they nasty. They nasty. Them ends, them linebackers, that not even that front seven bulldozed that old line so bad. I was like, what the hell? Well, hold on, y'all. Okay. Like it was my first language. My mother spoke it briefly. I'm gonna learn Creole from. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Sis. Oh, hey, crew. Hold on. Let me read this comment. Not crew, but Mike. I remember dude's name. It was funny because, and I said as soon as I get off this live, I'm probably going to remember. It's probably going to pop up, and that's exactly what happened. Let's see. There you go. A third Hebrew, then Arabic, copy and run through translator. Back in the chat. Oh, RB, welcome back. Oh, that yeah. Oh, Mike, it was Mitchie Slick. Just copy it, space and type, translating. Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, you know what? Cool. Let me hook you up. Let me hook you up one time. Yo, Mike, I'm gonna hook you up too. Damn. And with these wrenches comes great responsibility. Yeah, yeah. The he's a blood. Um, what what set is he from again? Is it Lincoln? Yeah. See. Oh yeah, for sure. Most of our phones can't do it now on the fly. Oh yeah, yeah. Because I was sure it was like I was looking forward to like with all these features, they still won't add certain stuff. Uh, yeah, we were talking about the last. Yeah, yeah, and it just popped up. Yeah, there you go, Lincoln. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, yep. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, I appreciate y'all. And pretty much, if anybody that had a wrench before, is getting their wrenches back. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's funny though. It's funny though. They still don't get it. Lincoln Park is next door to Scott. Yep, show is. Yeah, cause he did it. He did a. I seen him. It was one of them hood vlogs I seen him do. But I ain't seen him before. I been knew about Minchie. You know what I'm saying? I been knew about him, but this was he did a hood vlog, and so I was like, oh shit, let me watch this. You know, solid dude too, solid. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? They still don't get like y'all don't realize. Like I've been dropping hints, nuggets, and everything. They don't realize when they got fucking played. Right down the hills is Paradise Hills where I lived. Yeah, I gotta hit Dago. Man, I gotta hit Dago one time. I got to hit Dago one time. Let's see. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. On the weekends, we should always. Ooh. See, that's what I'm saying. I need to be in a place like Dago because a lot of stuff I haven't even done yet in Cali. But of course, there's some places I will go to in California, and there's other places I won't go to in California. But make no mistake about it. For all my Florida fam and folks and everyone, Florida is not better than California. I'm going to say that again. Florida is not better than California. What's up, Coffee? You might feel a little different. If I want oranges, I ain't got to go to Florida. We got oranges in California. If I want to go to the beach, I ain't got to go to Florida. We got beaches right here in California. And then we got palm trees and everything else. Ah, there you go, crew. We better than Chicago, too. But shout out to Chicago, though. You know what I'm saying? And am I gonna come to Chicago and join the Navy? No. I like boots on the ground. As we get older, a lot of our friends' family may be in a different family, and we could all chill together every once in a while. A youngster would set shit off on everything. You can't pass basic in the Navy if you don't come to Chicago. That is true. Shit. Hey, crew. I got a little Chicago history for you. You know, I came very close. I came very close to becoming a GD. I came very close to becoming a GD. Because I got a couple of homeboys. Well, actually, shit, damn near the whole damn family. You know what I'm saying? But it was two brothers that, you know, I became very close with, and they stayed in the same neighborhood as I did. But they're from St. Louis, right? And they're GDs. Well, they had this homie from Chicago. He had moved down to where we was at, and not even knowing at the time, but then finding out that A, there was some recruitment going on, and B, they was trying to start up a chapter in Fairfield, California. And it almost happened too. The Navy basics is Great Lakes, or Trump is sending the guard. Oh, that's where he's sending them? Yeah, they'll be making their way out here too. Wow, me too. GD, biggest game in the country. Yeah, you know, and I didn't even realize that at first. So where this is how I found out, because it was like crazy how everything came into play. So our neighborhood handshake is similar to the GDs, right? You know how they shake it up and then boom with the pitchfork? Well, being that they was from the neighborhood also, you know, we was doing the handshake. But one day we ended up doing the handshake, but they went GD, and then I went with the neighborhood. And that's when the news got broke, right then and there. And I said, oh. So, you know, politics had to be played. Meetings had to happen. You know. Because had I went down that road, man, I tell you right now, California would have never been the same. And trip on this though. Come to find out, there is actually a GD set in California. It's somewhere in Southern California. It's somewhere in Southern California. I just recently found this out, like about a month ago or so. They got a GD set. It's not a big set. It's not a big, well, excuse me, not set, but chapter. You know, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Did not know that. Yeah, because for some reason, when it comes to GDs, California, I kind of like, I was just like, why though? You know, and then too, you know, Chicago and California, you know, it ain't got nothing to do with the fact that both of our, you know what I'm saying, our shit starts with C. But, you know, once T. Rogers came down to LA, you know what I'm saying? Which is amazing how that didn't get more spread out. You know, like, there wasn't more Chicago gangs coming into California, you know, kind of like a vice versa thing. Because, you know, Crips, we went all over, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're all over the globe. We're all over the globe, you know, as well as the GDs. So it was like, you would think that would have been a natural transaction to happen, but, you know, y'all know how politics is. I never knew or heard that either. Yeah, it's a channel. S. Wiggins. Yeah. Right there. Jesse said it. See, if not mistaken, Crips is a branch of GD or Blood, one of them. Yeah, well, okay. So this is an interesting thing. Coming up, I was taught that GDs were second cousins to the Crips. But then I heard other Crips and other GDs say, no, that's not true. So I'm like, okay. So I just let it go at that point. I said, man, whatever. I got GD homeboys, and that's who I'm fucking with. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And then the Vice Lords would be more connected to the Bloods. In that scenario. Yeah, somebody not telling the truth. That sounds so familiar. I may have. It does sound familiar, but it's not coming to me right now. Pop the whole bag of gummies, about to hit. Oh shit. It's going down tonight. It's an OG Philippine. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I've had to hear about them because we have a nice Filipino population in Fairfield. And we even had this, and I spoke about this before. It was a Filipino gang, a Filipino blood gang known as SSB. And that stood for what they say, Suki Bloods. You know, and they basically they would be posted up at the mall, at the video game store or the arcade called the Tilt. I don't know why they changed the name, but they would be up in there, you know, whatever. So one day I was meeting my folks at the mall, and I get there, and they like, you know, well, as everybody should know now, you know, my street name is Jay Boog, so they was like, "Hey, Boog, man, we just got into it with them fools." And I'm like, "Who? Man, them SSB fools." Now, I ain't know nothing about these motherfuckers at first, right? So I'm asking the question, like, who? Man, it's this Filipino gang. Like, where the fuck they come from? So apparently they were on the other side of town, which was Sassoon. They had a little area in Sassoon or whatever, and they would come over to Fairfield. And like I said, they would be up at the mall, and they would just kind of navigate. They ain't have like technically one spot, you know, but the mall was always like their stomping grounds per se. So they tell me who it is. So, you know, okay, anybody have a problem with my homeboys, like, let's go. Where they at? So they tell me they up at the tilt. So as soon as I come up there, they tell me where they at. They right over there. I'm already, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? So there's about 6 of them come outside, and we start throwing down. And that was the same story every time we went to the mall. It would go down. Now, it was a one day, made me proud. It was one of my proudest moments of being a Crip. I tell you, you know, and that's when, and at this time, this is when I start to really, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I'm fully active. I'm all gas, no brakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm running through brick walls, right? And I had a bigger size to me at the time. So one day we go up to the mall. It's like, yeah, it's only 4 of us. And I say, let's walk past the tilt. Intentionally. Walk past that motherfucker, and it's a gang of the motherfuckers. It had to be like 50, 60 of the motherfuckers in there. I stopped right in the motherfucking middle. And I said, like loud, fuck SSB. Whoever wanted, come and get it. These motherfuckers over here looking around, trying to act like they don't know who just said that shit. And then shortly after that, you know, after a few more fights with their ass, we finally ran them motherfuckers up out of town. And they was never to be seen again. You know. Cause you know, they didn't realize, because if we want to go into a full-fledged out gang war, and trust me, we whew, if it wasn't one, it was another. Or maybe it was all at the same time. But it was like you literally had to have your head on the swivel. You know. But if we really want to take it there, because like, man, as of today, I couldn't even tell you how many members we have now. I couldn't even tell you. That's how big we is. And then we've branched out into other things, creating more numbers within that. You know. Say, what I remember is the colors don't match Chicago's colors for said alliance. I may be mistaken. Yeah, I was yeah, because it was always because that's the way I remember. It was like GDs, Crips, blue, Vice Lords, Bloods, red. Because the first Vice Lords I ever seen, they was dipped in red. And I was like, they some Bloods? Nah, they Vice Lords. Oh, okay. Some of the toughest dudes I ever met in my life. Oh yeah, sure. You come across some of them Filipinos, they will get down. They will get down for sure. 5 people gonna turn their head if someone yell book around. Oh, for real? Oh man. Oh yeah, it was just hands only. Although there were some occasions where, yeah, the steel was very noticeable. But now the fireworks came in other situations that we came across. And we always had them big boys sitting in the trunk. But of course, back then it was more hands anyways. And the only time that we really did go to that level is when the disrespect got to that level. Gold and black. Oh, okay. Oh, Latin Kings. Because Latin Kings is gold and black too, right? Fourth chapter under Lords. Oh, okay. Oh, they had a 4th chapter? Yeah, I know they stretched out too. Especially out there in the South. It's hell of Vice Lords in the South. Shit, the South is like a melting pot for all gangs. You go to the South, you gonna find every gang in America in the South. Blackstones wore red and black. Oh, yep. Black P Stones. Blood. Yeah, T. Rogers came to Cali and adopted that blood. You know what I'm saying? Shit, rest in peace, T. Rogers. That was one of the realest motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Whoever walked the earth. When I went to Kearney High, I used to hang out at the Blue Roofs apartment complex. It was like underground city within the city. Oh, you had one of those. Yeah. Sure. Was that a territory of anyone? Because I see the blue roofs, and I'm like, dude, that sounds like an area where a lot of Crips will hang out at. One of the Mexican gangs. Oh, is that right? Oh, okay, shoot. Get a history lesson. A lot of Bloods actually. Oh, wow. That's interesting. You know, it's funny. You know, I'll be watching the Country Wayne skits, and you know they got the guy formerly known as Cartoon because he's done a whole transformation and shit or whatever. You know, he done went all holy and all that, but his street name is Cartoon. You know, he from a 5 Trey Avalon, and so he got into the Country Wayne skits. So it was a skit I seen the other day, and they were having like a family dinner because his cousin had got this girl pregnant, so the families was getting to know each other and all that. So the sister came out of the woman that's pregnant, came out handing everybody drinks, and she came out with red cups. This little Cartoon said, "I ain't drinking that, homie." The pregnant woman's dad was like, "Oh, well, we can get something else." He knocked that cup over and everything. And the guy's son, you know, he's a Crip too. They all looking at the red cups like, we is not touching. I was like, oh, I guess they didn't get the memo. They would call it the, oh God. Yeah, I figured they would. That's what got Cardi C in a lot of trouble a few years ago. Talking about she had a flu too. Chicago Size and Order, GD, BD, Vice Lords, Mo, FO, what's it, MO, FO, Mexican. Oh yeah. Yeah, what was that fool's name? That crazy motherfucker. He would do that like weird dance and shit. Yeah, that motherfucker. What was his name? I guess he was supposed to. He's supposed to be BD. I ain't watched him in a minute. I forgot what his name is. I knew of one Crip that lived up there, Lewis. No one fucked with him. He had a past. Apparently, he was a cousin of a. Oh yeah, yeah. That comes in handy. That does come in handy. You know. Because if you ain't got that pass, I'm gonna tell you right now, it get very bad. And we didn't give very many passes. Like really, the only passes we really gave was if one of the homegirls went and got with the other side. You know what I'm saying? That would be about it. Now, if it was just somebody else, maybe once, maybe twice, but that's about it. We didn't give passes. You know. M.O. Blackstone for Four Corner Hustlers. So, oh yeah, Four Corner Hustlers, yeah. Common Sense is M.O. from jail. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I know a lot about the Four Corner Hustlers. They travel. You know, hey, they actually got a Four Corner Hustlers that's in LA. And they Crips, I believe. Oh yeah. That's cool. You know, most Crips are cool. Some you just know not to fuck with, so you don't even bother. But for the most part, we, you know what I'm saying. I'm raised around Four Corner hustlers. They call me honorary. Oh, is that right? you be throwing up the foe. Shit, that's our number. The foe. Rest in peace, D foe. One of the original Villa Crips. Right along with the homie Pee Wee, rest in peace. Jingles, my big bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't even shake it up with my closest friends that know my parents. I know theirs. I just happen to be with them and around. Oh yeah, that's shit. That happens. You know, because I mean, like, because like with me, you know, I lived all over town, but where I went to school was over in the West, and I primarily lived in the Central and in the East. I lived in the West for a short time, but in that time is when I started to go to school over there. So the majority of my friends at the time was from the West, but my big homie and my brother and all them was from the East. So when I was growing up, you know, I would kick it with a lot of the West fools, you know, but I never got put on no set over there. You know, they was just my homeboys, and I kind of always did my own thing, anyways. You know, and then, but it wasn't until like towards like the middle of my 5th grade years when I had to transfer schools because they kicked me out of one school because they found out that, you know, I didn't live within the a district. So that's when I started to go to one of the East Side schools, and that's when I started to build up my East Side friends, and you know, but I was still kidding with my West Side folks until my big homie was like, "What is you doing?" He literally said, "What is you doing?" you know where you supposed to be. I was like, I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't say nothing except like, but where y'all been though? You know, like, you know. So that was the day. That was the day all went down. 30 years ago, this past April. You know, 30. And you know, it's crazy when you think about that, because it's like 30 years as a Crip. Ain't too many of us could say that shit. Ain't too many of us could say that. You know. And Snoop don't count. I'm gonna say that right now. Snoop don't count. Cause Snoop was never in no war. He wasn't no Crip and Blood war. He wasn't in them wars like that. Homeboy was selling dope, got caught, got locked up, then got put on, and then got released. And then his music career took off. But he wasn't in the war. He was in the musical wars that bled into the streets. But Snoop wasn't, man. Come on now. I was in them streets. He wasn't. Shit, I'll be the guy that can talk us out the police, or get us a lawyer, generally product of our rights and product our persons if needed. But I am not a gangster. Yeah, I like that. You stay off them gang enhancements. I remember hanging out at the roofs on the weekends with all of my old aunties. Would get a kick out of me being there. Like, look at this pretty. uh, like, what is you doing up in here? Yeah, I remember I used to be in places. I used to get them looks. I have arrived. We could have been great, but they sabotaged us back in the day. You are great today. Facts, man. I was like, what's a snowflake? They tell me, you don't have to worry, honey. You different. God favors you. Oh shit. Snoop came from a bull family like me, just like Pac. From my early 20s, I've been support for my good friends that moved as you said you did. I can still fight, but will beg to stop, but will still use all weapons. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it and I used to, when Snoop first came out, I was wondering, yeah, like, oh, he look okay, and this is prior to me. This is few years before I even got put on, but this is the road I was traveling down, because even when I was kicking it with the West Side Fools, I was kicking it with the Lokes over there, so it was, it just went hand in hand. And then once I got put on and really got out there, that's when I was able to have conversations that I wouldn't been able to have had I wasn't put on. And then meeting certain people that, I probably wouldn't have met. And boy, when I tell you, when I start meeting fools that, either know Snoop, grew up with Snoop, was locked up with Snoop. Shit, I met this one fool who was locked up with Snoop when he got put on. That's when I was like, yeah, I can't rock with this fool. I can't do that, and it has nothing to do with the fact that he got put on in jail, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cats get put on in jail all the time, but it's about what you do when you get out. You know what I'm saying? Which, if that's the road you're gonna travel, then be that. But you went down that road, and then you got the protection of the music to where you can hide, to where you don't have to be that, and then people are gonna look up to you through the music. I lived out his albums. That shit wasn't all it was cracked up. Hell nah. It sure wasn't. But why you sound like a white boy? Why I sound like a white boy? Diddy, if you don't go take your powdered ass and go over there and suck on your boyfriend's dick, come on with that stupid shit. But you do, my bad. Shut the fuck up. Oh, crew, it's you remember that dude Dub that I mentioned earlier on? He comes from that pack of racism. They thought I was gonna be their token. Shit. Ain't no token ship around here. Only tokens around here is used to play video games. Like, what the fuck? Mike, you know, you. But you know what? He's probably gonna come in on another one of his. He got hella wood accounts. He got morning wood, night wood, afternoon wood. Shit, Mike could tell you too. You know. You hey crew, stay around long enough. You'll see, you'll see. Shit, yeah, bro, you don't sound well. That's what I'm saying. Mother was. I'm like, huh? Hey, they are. You know, literally had Mike. I literally had a conversation with this dude, right? Literally had a conversation with this dude. Oh, well, Jay Millie, I thought you had just got at me and I didn't say anything to you. So I was just like, I don't know why you was coming at me in the first place. And I was just like confused and I was mad. That's why I started going at you. And at one time did I say anything about this fool? But yet, here he comes. But at least he didn't use some fake sending his condolences, you know what I'm saying, like the rest of them clowns did. You was giving Nipsey vibes. I ain't hear white by speakers or earbuds. Not in the car studio. Hey, you know, if I sound white, then, you know, I shoot. I must be in the wrong body or something. I could make a better FBA song than you. I was, you know, that is literally the first time I ever heard somebody say that shit to me. Oh, man. Oh no! Wait, hold on. No, it was either one of them or it was a troll that came in and said something stupid along those lines because I was using big words and they coming in like I'm not supposed to know these words. I mean, shit, I am educated. If you sound white, then I sound like Marvin Gaye. Oh man, that. You know, you can tell who come from that side because they all use that one logic, dub logic. Say the most retarded ass. Damn, retarded ass. The most retarded shit you could ever think of. If he sounds white, I sound like Miles Davis. Oh shit. Oh man. Yes, we know you're white, dude. You are very pale. Okay. You are very pale. That's why I call you powder. Cause you is like that A1 Coke. You was very, very white. Just like Dub is very, very fat and out of shape and sweats gravy. Yo, hey Mike, you ever looked at Dub and just be like, dude, you just look dirty. You just dirty. You know what I'm saying? He just look like he ain't showered in about 3 weeks. Oh, get them big. Now, why don't you go do that? You know, you the one who like to snort up Katie. You seen that meme where they say only one generation can read? It's a Venom. Oh, it's not that. Hey, Chrissy. Uh, we got retard Diddy in the building. I just want to see if Confederate Katie and and Cuban Bean Carlos. But no, I think oh no, wait, hold on, I got Carlos blocked. Shit, he might come in another account though. Him and Katie probably share accounts. Like, yeah, baby, you could share my account. Yo, that would be dope. That would be dope if we could chat in cursive. You a snitch, that's why you... That makes no sense. That make... Now, Chrissy, they are. They really are. How does blocking somebody equate to snitching? Can somebody please help me make sense of that? Cause I'm over here, guy. I'm my brain, you know, sometimes just, you know, has a hard time to comprehend stupid. What the? Look, if you're gonna sound stupid, could you at least be funny? You know what I'm saying? Give us something to laugh at, because you just sound stupid. Cheap ass trash bags, the ones with no drawstrings. Are you? You go to pick it up, and the bottom comes under. All the trash comes out. Hey, Doug, come clean your trash up, bitch. Yeah, and that's what they are. That's why Katie's name is Confederate Katie, cause she got that flag hanging up in her background. She got it hanging up. She got it hanging up. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh my God, the first that always ripped the. Oh shit falls out all over the place. Like, oh man, them motherfuckers. Oh God, them cheap ass trash bags. Man. Man. And you think you're doing yourself a favor by getting the cheap ones. Like, oh, okay, sure, I can save me a couple dollars. Shit, you get home and everything. Shit, you can put the trash in there. Go to take the trash out. And bloop. Like, son of a bitch. The Confederate battle flag is a cheap imitation of the Iroquois nation flag. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I was like, because she was sending me the other pictures and everything. And I was just like, this got to be the dumbest bitch in the world. Oh, my God. Like, why would you send me, a black person, a picture of you holding something while you got that goddamn flag hanging up in the background? And you thought that somehow I was not going to... Now, I didn't speak about it because, like I always say, in this YouTube world, if you don't know how to be strategic, you will not last in this motherfucker. You will not last. You know. Did Doug really think that all them apologies every time he said the N-word and then apologized, that I was just going to be cool with that? Once again, if you don't know how to be strategic in this YouTube, you will not last. And they are so slow in their thinking that they really thought that I was going to continue to just pop up over there on a regular basis. It was not going to happen. Because, one thing, at the time, it was a lot more important things going on in my life than the drama or that shit over there. So I was strategic. I let Katie keep on talking, and she kept on talking, as well as I let everybody else keep on talking, and they kept on talking. Spit on the floor again. I did not spit in the floor. Idiot. Anyways. So, when I felt the timing was right, and it just so happens that there was disrespect on top of that. Now I'm going to end this and end that, and I'm on this list, and I'm on that list, and I'm on But yet, neither one of them son of a bitches have yet to address the disrespect that I displayed. Which you can go back and watch them lives that I talked about where Katie and Carlos did the shit. See. Oh. Hold on for a second, y'all. I had some messages. Let's see. See if I see. Where is it at? Where are you? Where are you? Is that it? Okay, let's see. Oh, hold on. Is it on the other one? Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I had this other. Oh no, that's. Two, 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 two. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Because he texted me from 2 different numbers. Oop. Where are you? Okay, if I can't find that one, then I'm going to. Yeah, damn. Hmm. Oh, that's okay. Nope. Damn. Okay, let's see. Which one is this?
If I got you for it, motherfucker, why don't you handle that business? You racist fucking black piece of shit. Come on, dog. Come fucking handle that business. You fucking
Oh. Hey, crew. Okay. Listen to this. I'm gonna give you a little taste of old W Dub.
If I got you for it, motherfucker, why don't you handle that business? You racist fucking black piece of shit. Come on, dog. Come fucking handle that business, you fucking piece of shit, motherfucker. It'll be the 1860s all over again, motherfucker. I'll leave you fucking hanging somewhere in the fucking bushes, bitch. I swear to fucking God. I got a lot of pent-up energy about the fucking threats of rape that you did on my fucking wife with those wannabe fucking Crip black gang members, motherfucker. So, J. Millie, at any fucking time that you're ready, you fucking punk bitch, motherfucker, I'll put you where your fucking mama's at, motherfucker. Guarantee it.
You hear that? Now, he said all of that, right? He said all of that, right? Then he goes on to say that he's in Nevada, right? I'm in Sacramento. Nevada's just on the other side of the mountains. So he says either he or some, yo, Trav, what's going on? I see you. Either he or his mysterious brother was going to come see me in 48 hours. So I politely was outside on the day that he said he was going to be there. And I ain't seen nobody. Still waiting, still waiting, still waiting, still waiting, still waiting. I'm still waiting. He had all that energy, but yet he's nowhere to be found. Like, come on now. Coward ass, but yet you hang out with a dude that constantly talking about he'll do this to everybody, but yeah, he never shows up. Now he keeps going with this narrative. I said I was gonna have the Black Panthers and the Crips and show up to his trailer. No, I did not say that, Doug. I did not say that. See, you have to understand nouns and pronouns and adjectives and all that. Go back to English class, Doug. Learn how English is actually spoken. And then you might be able to comprehend what people actually say to you. Big woofing. Did it? You don't know what kind of pool I got. Lonnie in the building. What's good, Lonnie? Hey, Diddy, if you want to do something constructive in life, why don't you go and tell Eyes to release them kids from that basement? That's something you can do. Straight up. Because you don't see me coming out here talking about, oh yeah, I'm going to beat up this person, I'm going to beat up that person, I'm going to do this. Blah, blah, blah. No, Doug. I'm just going to whoop your ass. Whenever you find a backbone, whenever you actually grow some balls and come up out of puberty, always act like you like you've been here before. Right. People don't woof on the net, then put out text messages that are private between. Who said that? Hey. Private? Private? Nah. She just thought that I was one of them black guys and I'm not. You have no clue who I am. Ooh, I'm shaking. Well, Cactus, if you have been paying attention the whole time, then you would know. Like I said, if you have been paying attention this whole time, you would know. I spoke on it on my previous lives. I spoke on it on Alvin's live. I spoke on it on Blue Collar's live. Why don't you go ask Katie why she disrespected me in the first place? And then you'll get your answer. So wherever I did was strategic. What she did was disrespect and stupid. We have no clue who anyone is once we leave our homes. Duh, if you scared, stay. Was it Alvin and Blue Vet? Yeah, and they apologized for that. See, once again, if you pay attention to what's been going on, you wouldn't be asking these questions. You see, as men, when you do something wrong and you apologize, you don't then apologize and do the exact same thing that you just apologized for. Doug kept apologizing and apologizing and apologizing. after you do it again, the apology doesn't matter. Cactus, you about to find your way up out of here real fast. Because you sounded real stupid. See, I was giving you a chance, but now I see what Blue be talking about. Don't come in here with that stupid shit, because you can find yourself up out of here real fast. Because I got mods that don't give a fuck about none of you motherfuckers. And you can find yourself up out of here. So you can either get back on that page you was on the first time you started coming around here, or you can find your way up out of here. Once again, you keep missing the point. You keep missing the point. Speaking facts get you booted. Shut the hell up. Cactus, what part of Katie disrespecting me did you not get? Or are you just acting slow like the rest of them nerds? Did you not miss that part? Did you not hear that part? Do you need a hearing aid or something? Once disrespect happens and I address it, instead of being a woman and apologizing for that disrespect, she chose to stand on her ground. She didn't want to admit her wrong. So yes, I went at her. And so are you justifying her disrespect? Because it sounds like you're justifying her disrespect. You sound like you're justifying her disrespect. Because I'm not going to keep on going back and forth with you. Okay, well then, why you keep asking me these stupid questions and saying the shit you saying? It makes no sense. Oh my God. What the fuck do you think I've been doing? Oh my God. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm tired of you motherfuckers. Get your ass up out of here. Yeah, you can find your way up out of here too. All right. Anyways, like what the fuck? Fucking nerds. What? Groundhog Day. Did you see? I seen something. I seen something. I did my Twitter like this morning. Man, I'm like, I'm not finna keep on going back and forth with you. I'm sitting here like, come on now. You sound fucking retarded. I'm just saying it should be that way both ways. I'm like, what the? Like, oh my goodness. Like, somebody get this retarded back. I'm like, this is literally what I'm doing. What's going on, Stacy? How you doing tonight? Yeah. No, I definitely feel that. Man, I tried to go down that road. You know? And it's like, come on now. See, I was getting 18 tether alerts every. God damn. And they'll come in droves like that too. He has. You know, like all this shit's like, come on now. You were so pressed to prove what? You know what I'm saying? It's like he keeps going, and more stuff keeps coming out about him, and he keeps getting mad because the stuff keeps coming out. Just stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stop doing it and you won't have to worry about it. You won't be bothered. We won't be bothered. Nobody be bothered. But he just want to, you know, like, yeah. Because he don't know how to control himself. You know, because at this point, it's like, we're just laughing at him, you know, and especially for me personally. I just want to whoop his ass. And that's going to happen. And that's all I'm saying about that. Because I ain't about to give too much information out. But I'm definitely not, I don't be waking up thinking about what is Dub doing today? What kind of McDonald's did Dub order today? You know what I'm saying? Nobody thinks about that food. You know? Only time I think about Dub is when I come on the internet. You know, and I be seeing what everybody be posting and seeing what videos and see who went live and all that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't be thinking about Dub. You know, there's more interesting things in life than Dub. You know, there's a million other things to do on the internet than worry about Dub. But he makes himself a target because he gets on the internet and he starts raging out and starts saying the most outrageous things. You know, and it's just like, dude, why don't you just admit that you just want attention? Just admit that. Because that's all it is. It's just attention. See, this is how you know, like, you can really get who a person is in real life by watching these lives and these videos and stuff that people upload. Dub has the same, 7 people in his chat every day. And everybody else be a bunch of trolls. Right? Or it'd be us watching, but obviously we can't, you know, because either A, we're blocked, or he got that stupid subscriber mode on there, so you can't even comment. Right? It's not adding up. It's not adding up. You know, but you see, like, I'm not a big channel. I'm not a big channel by no means. But you can see the type of traffic that comes through. You see the people that, you know, because even though it's the same people, is, you know, you guys don't always come in at the same time. So it's like groups of y'all come in at different times, especially depending on when I go live, because, you know, a lot of people are asleep right now, you know. So, and then by, you know, how people will give off, and you know when people are giving genuine compliments, you know, I don't take every compliment as genuine, because a lot of people just say that shit because, you know, the internet brings a lot of creepos, weirdos, you know, and people who just don't have nothing better else to do with their life, you know. Let's see, hold on, let me look at some of these comments real quick. See, it'd be one tether, I think, of Kune, local Kune, or white supremacists pretending to be tether, all the same 1350 crime agreement, section 8. Tethers are like 8-year-old white supremacists. Oh man, for real. He ain't the only one who takes it to argue. No, that's true. That's definitely true. He deserves an ass whooping. Big man. Man, since day one, Lonnie. Since day one. Tethers just want to drink your eye juice. They tell you ain't got no eyes. He does not deserve any of our spare time. Nah, for real. Ooh. For real, Stacy. Now, 1 second. No diss, but everyone on YouTube wants attention by definition. No, that's true. No, for real. Why else would anyone broadcast it? That is true. But you let people speak. Yeah. I get. See, and that's the thing. I give everybody an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? If you got a disagreement with somebody, like what I used to do when I used to do a lot of StreamYards, you know what I'm saying? And I would do panels and stuff. If people would have disagreements, shit, handle that shit. We grown. You know, if you can't talk it out, then shit. Either one or both go. But we ain't about to have, you know what I'm saying? Ain't about to do that. You know? Keep it respectful, and you know what I'm saying? You never know what can happen in the conversation. I'm just gonna say this. I agree with Lonnie. For it takes two to argue. It does. He doesn't. So if the guy is not all there, then why pay attention? Why pay any attention? Now that it's true, but it's you know it's deeper than that. You know, I don't want. Okay, so it's just not YouTube. Like the whole situation with Dub, it doesn't just fall on YouTube. Like this has carried off of YouTube. Like things have happened off of YouTube. And that's one of the reasons why it continues to carry on, because stuff keep happening in the background, you know, and it's mostly coming from his end, you know, that whole clan of, so it be retaliatory, and some people on this end, you know, go and strike, you know, so it do be a back and forth, you know, but at the same time, I see attempts to not do that. And Dub has yet to even attempt to do that. You're going to pass me within a month if you keep doing what you do. I keep doing what I do. The person arguing back, does that make them in the same boat? It depends. Can you see my comment? Oh yeah, I can see your comment. Is Trav still in here? Cause I see he was in here before. Where'd you go? Oh. Oh, damn. Okay, well, there he goes. Oh. Yeah, yeah, like, and I've stated this before. All the racist stuff he says about me, that at the end of the day, that doesn't bother me because I've heard that from better people than him, you know. But when you bring up my mom, and she just passed too, like that's crossing a line you just do not cross, you know. To bring up somebody's son who just passed away, like those are lines you just do not cross. And Katie and Dub crossed that. So anything that comes in their direction is well warranted. Oh, they get blocked. No, he's not. And we pointed that. Look, we pointed this out like a couple years ago. Like I don't remember who actually did the live, but I remember there was a live that was done, and that was actually spoken about. And that was actually like one of the first times to make an attempt to back away and not even bother anymore. But something happened on the back end that then got addressed on YouTube, you know? Because like for me instance, I backed away, I'd probably say before anybody did. Or I was one of the first, I was in that first group of people that started to back away. Because nobody seen me unless I was doing a live, or if Jay Coffee was doing a live, or you know, you would find me somewhere else. You would not find me over there. And then I get word that this dude got my name in his mouth again. But I still didn't even jump at when I first heard. I just said whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just let him talk. And then he just kept going and going and going. And I'm not a patient person. And I gave him enough patience at the time. And then even after that, I backed away. And I even spoke about it a couple of lives ago. Where this person that, you know, what's her face? Vegas's ex-girlfriend or whatever. I don't know. They still together now. I don't know. Ain't none of my business. But me and her were cool. And she was doing the live. And Dub had jumped up in the live. He seen I was in the live. And he was like, oh, Millie, Oh, hey, what's up, man? Hey, you know, I want to talk to you because you know what I'm saying. I just want to squash everything, and you know, and I don't want to do the back and forth anymore. And so when you get time, you know, what I'm saying, you just come up to my live. Woo, 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 woo. I said, okay, cool. You know, not even a fucking hour went by, and this fool on a live disrespected the fuck out of me. And I'm like, what the, like, are you serious right now? Like, are you serious right now? Ryan comes and tells me about it, but I had already knew about it. So I'm like, okay. So that's when I kind of just jumped back in, and I just kind of went with it, you know, until after the whole situation in Dillon. And I backed away from that. And then I did that live, and now, you know, and now I'm going at it with this side. Right? And that went on all the way up until this year when I said enough is enough and I'm done. I'm done with the drama. Don't come in my lives bringing none of that drama. I am doing something completely different. This is right around the time where you guys started seeing me do a lot of wrestling content. Because and I'm still going in that direction, but this is when I was doing a lot of wrestling content. I had completely moved away from it. Nobody can say I was in any live, say I posted anything or said anything. If anybody came into my live bringing that drama, I would tell them, you got to go over there if you want it. Don't come over here with that. And then KD proceeds to do that exact thing. Disrespect me in my live by bringing up Fetty and what his situation was. Keep in mind, she had brought up Fetty in another live prior to that. And I read her comment, and I just kind of brushed over the comment. Because I'm like, I could have sworn I told her, don't bring this over here. So I gave her a pass the first time, and she still didn't get it. And then she comes in with that bullshit. Like, so as far as I go, I've stepped away as about as I can step away. But when you bring up my mom, when you bring up my late mom, there is no coming back from that. So, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with Dub. I don't want to deal with any of them because they're all slime balls. They're all pieces of shit. And I know this for a fact because I was in the lion's den. I know how these people move. I know their thoughts. They have some very sick, twisted thoughts. What they think about, what they want to do, and all this is very sick and twisted. See, Wildland Strangers on YouTube, you will never meet in real life. Seems like there's a group of people like that. See it as content. I stay on my lane better than Tip. Oh shit, better than Tip. That's funny. Are you trying to fix it between Blue Collar and Dub? Stacy, I'm just replying to what you said. If the guy makes you, okay. Promise fix when you're getting so upset. I was too short. It literally is present is all we got. Past already happened, and next day it's never promised. Facts. And to answer between Dubs and Blue Collar, that at the way they're going, they will be added till one of them passes away. Watching them from outside looking in, it feels like there's a lot of people on each side that of people playing both sides. I used to be very emblematic towards Dub for a long time. To everyone fighting for content, I don't let this YouTube crap steal my joy. Hell nah. Yeah. I still live. I still, you know what I'm saying? I still go on with my life. I still smile, laugh, and all that. Let's keep it a buck. Things are said for a reaction, not because it's real feelings between people that they never met in real life. It's how you can get the reaction. Dub, what he was saying is coming. Me too. See. Yeah, I agree. I agree with all that. You know. But one thing I ain't gonna do, you know, and this is the one thing that has to be understood about this YouTube shit. This YouTube shit can carry off into real life, and we've seen that multiple times. So I want Dub to understand that. Because we've seen people take it too far on YouTube and then find themselves 6 feet deep, covered in a bunch of dirt and maggots. You know? And like I said, he can say all the racist shit he wants to me. One thing you ain't gonna do is bring up my mama. That's one thing you're not gonna do. There's always people who play both sides. That shit. That look, John. That type of stuff been going on since people were in school. Elementary school, junior high school, it's part of life. People always, it's always a third party that plays both sides. That ain't nothing new. I don't be worrying about that. I don't concentrate on that. That's nothing new. That's nothing new to real life. It's not my issue to let anyone know. It can become real life, but the politics are always watching, and I give no evidence on here. Oh yeah. That's bad. 4 different genres? Whoo-wee. That's too much energy. That is way too much energy. Ain't the hell no. Shit, and then even still right now, like Blue or Alvin could be live and I'll be over in the wrestling community doing the wrestling thing. You know, when I'm not over there doing that, when that's not going on, that's when you'll find me over there if you don't find me doing my own live. As a matter of fact, I just had somebody from the wrestling community in the chat earlier. John, are you missing? I think you're missing the point when he brought up my late mom. You don't do that. You don't do that. That's taking it too far. Yeah, that's the best thing to do. What? I know. It has nothing to do with pride and ego, John. You're missing the point, John. You are completely missing the point. It has nothing to do with pride and ego. You're telling me somebody bringing up my late mom has something to do with my ego and pride? Are you fucking kidding me? See. That's how you find yourself up out of here. That's how you find yourself up out of here. That's how you find yourself up out of here. I just mentioned RB. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Robert. I just mentioned you. I literally just mentioned you. Oh yeah, Stacey, it don't matter. Shit, he gone now. Like that fool really had the nerves to say that shit? He really had the nerves to say that? Oh, you welcome, Robert. You welcome. He had the nerves to say that had to do with my pride and ego. Well, we were talking about the whole stuff on YouTube and and all the back and forth and stuff. And I brought up the fact that, you know, I don't care about all that racist stuff, whatever. But you bring up my dead mom, that's taking it too far. And then he proceeds to say that I know it's hard for you to let your pride and ego go. What? So I got him up out of here. You ain't gonna do that. That's what you're not gonna do. You know. So he can go over there with the rest of them and go cry about it. Yeah, right, Stacey. It has nothing to do with it. I know. I know. They got 1,000 different accounts. You know, and I know all of them. Well, unless they start up some new ones, I know all the ones that they do have. That's what happens when you talk too much. You find out things. You find out things you didn't even want to know about. Like, that's crazy. Oh, man. So, but all right, y'all. Dang, I've been on here for 2 hours. Well, all right, y'all. I'm about to get off of here. I got to give me some rest because I got a long day tomorrow. Speaking of talking too much, did you ever watch the Clayton Howard interview? Oh, I'm going to do, hey, RB, after I get settled in my new place, I'm gonna catch up on all that stuff that I've been needing to watch. Cause shoot, I ain't gotta worry about nothing for a while. So, but if I get done in time tomorrow and I'm not wiped out when I get done, I will be on here tomorrow from my new spot. So yeah, I will catch y'all the next time. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for coming through. Peace.